Okay, so good to see you again, William. I heard you're on quarantine.
Yes. I'm in quarantine in Taiwan right now.
Right. Okay. Anyway, it's really good to talk to you again. I think since 2017, when you gave me the opportunity to work with your business, right, and we implemented Rockefeller Habit and scaling up, and really glad to see the kind of results that you have. Right. So thanks for taking the time to share your story. And then, like I said, this is a period of time. I think a lot of business owners need inspiration, right? They need encouragement. They need to see that really there's a way out, right? So maybe we can start off by hearing your story since 2017, working with you, implementing Rockefeller Habits, scaling up into the business. What's the impact on the company?
Great. So the business that we have a manufacturing, distribution, and e-commerce business, focused in the home goods category. Since we started on the journey with Rockefeller Habits and scaling up, we were able to 10x our both our profit and also our revenue. And then, so I think the two key takeaway from this experience are these. So first of all, scale up and Rockefeller Habits provides very useful toolkit that you can start using right away with your team, not just to build out the strategic planning process, but also as it relates to execution. So I think that's the first important thing that to think about. And secondly is because a lot of companies, they think of growth as something that's a little bit scary, right? So a lot of the teammates in the company are more incremental thinking, so growing 3%, 5%. But by going through the exercise together, it gives them the broader picture and the confidence that it is possible to grow business at a faster
Wow.
rate, but and also profitably as well. So those, I
Right.
think, are the two key takeaway from going through this journey.
Wow. That's amazing. 10x your business. That's great. Congratulations.
No, thank you.
Yeah. So also, during this period of time, during COVID, occasionally, I just keep in touch with you, finding out how are things, right? And you mentioned that the business is generally still doing well during this COVID crisis, right? So maybe you can share with us how has those few years of doing the Rockefeller habits helped prepare your company to tie through this COVID period?
I think so. Thankfully, with Jeremy's help, we were able to put together the one-page strategic plan where everyone in the company, in the senior management team, and also down to the management team know where we are driving to. So meaning that we know who our core customers are, we know what our 1-year plan, 3-year plan, 5-year plans are, what are the key priorities in those years. So, and then focusing on the core customer that we want to impact really help to focus on our efforts, and then making sure that we are driving in the same direction. Secondly is with COVID and any change to external circumstances, whether it can be with the economy or with society, we need to react quickly. And then so tools like the daily, weekly, and monthly huddles allow us to discuss as a team to make sure we align on what's happening in the business, and then also share on the best practice so that we can react quickly, regardless of this is good external factor or bad external factor, right? So for example, with COVID, a lot of our customers are shopping more online, so which means a boom in our business. But also means that we need to react quickly to be able to capture the demand. So increasing our capacity, make sure we can deliver, shifting our capacity to the better selling, higher margin items, are all important factors for us to be able to grow in this challenging times.
Wow. So the rhythm, if I'm hearing you correctly, gives you a existing system that allows you to pivot very quickly, right? Because people are already talking to each other. People already know what's on their mind, and that just increases everybody's reaction time. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So challenges and issues get surface more quickly,
Right.
and then so that way, as executive team, we can deal with it more quickly than when it becomes a bigger problem.
Right. Wow. This is very, very important because I'm just talking to even our own company and to various companies, right? Is that this whole idea of huddles and habits suddenly becomes a lot more important, right, in the middle of a crisis. So I'm really glad to see that that's working out for your company. The years of building those habits, right, and now in a crisis, right, it just really shows up
Yeah,
all the right
absolutely.
habits.
Yeah,
Right. So maybe,
absolutely.
yeah, great. Yeah. So maybe one last question, because I know your time is tight, right? And this is really about, can you share advice or suggestions to business owners during this COVID crisis? Because we all know that so many people are stuck, so many people are struggling, right? Is there something you want to share with them that will encourage them, that help them to believe that even in a crisis they can thrive?
Yeah, I think what Jeremy mentioned about habit is very important. I think with any business, I think it's very important to be resilient, meaning that we are all going to go through up or down cycles, and then but making sure that we're focusing on our medium and longer term strategy, focusing on our core customer. So and then making sure that the team is delivering and reacting to it is so important that and keeping our heads up high during this challenging time frame, but making sure that we make sure that we avoid some of the risk factor as well is
Right.
important. So the score is just the score right now, but making sure that we are focusing on the right thing, being resilient as a team will get us through this challenging time together.
Right, right. I like that part where you mentioned about being resilient, right? Because I think being resilient also has to do a little bit with the habits, right? Because we need to build resilient habits, right? People don't just become resilient overnight, right? And I really think the key thing that I have observed, at least with a company like yours, is that in the good times you build the habits, right? So that when
Yeah,
the crisis comes, right, the habits kind of like carry you through, right?
yeah,
So a lot of
absolutely.
companies, they kind of like fumble and struggle suddenly, right? Hoping to build the right habits. But in a crisis, to try to build the right habits is just a lot of stress.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good. Well, really thank you for your time to just share, these few key points. I think a lot of people would be really encouraged to hear what you have to say. I think one thing that I would really like to inspire and encourage a lot of companies to do is start building the habits, even though we are in the middle of crisis, but it's like never too late that they can start building the right habits to scale their companies.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you. I'm happy to share. And then Jeremy, it's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for helping us with this journey. It has been very, very helpful to both myself and also my company.
Thank you. Really, thanks for the opportunity to work with you guys. It's really a amazing journey to see you grow your business 10x, man. I mean, that's just so amazing. Thanks for
Yeah,
letting me be part of that journey. So thank you very much for this interview, and I would really want to say a big thank you on behalf of those people who will watch this, because I know that there are going to be business owners who will be like, wow, I'm going to do what William has done, right? I'm going to 10x my business. I'm going to start building the right habits, and I'm going to survive this crisis and thrive. So thank you in advance, Will, for your sharing. I think a lot of people are just going to love it.
thank you. Thank you, Jeremy.
Okay, take care. Let's catch up another time. Thank
Thank
you.
you.